Where have I been? I've been everywhere and nowhere at once. Have you ever had a nightmare so impacting that even throughout the day you catch yourself thinking about it? That was me, except it wasn't a dream, it was my life. Darkness and pills and hospitals and white walls meant for comfort, but really just amplifying my need for self destruction. The no physical contact with other patients rule, visiting hours only for the ones that listened. I liked Maya from across the door. Her hair was more free than her soul, trapped inside a body with a mind that was not on her side, and she would sit cross-legged on her bed and read out loud, just loud enough for me to hear her voice echo in my mind as I fell asleep, wishing I would wake up anywhere but here. This sound was more comforting than the screams, so I listened to that instead. I wasn't even sure what day of the week it was. Why are they giving me so many pills? I feel like an experiment. Then the road to recovery. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Papi. Thank you, Talo. Thank you to my perfect baby sisters who really are the reason why I kept going. Then high school graduation. Didn't get a picture with Jennifer. Jennifer has been my constant. I'm sorry. I love you. And thank you. But wait, I just finally realized how to be a person again. How am I supposed to be prepared for the rest of my life? High school, college, grad school, job, married, kids, die, right? When do I get to be happy? Something feels off. My graduation present was a month in Spain with my coolest cousins. You can imagine how this time watered my soul. When the bad days come, they're bad, but the good days are more frequent than the bad here. Nutella donuts in the morning and topless beaches. I wondered how the women felt so free. I can't even look at myself naked in the mirror. One day that'll be me. Then 2 suitcases, and a few weeks later, I landed back home in Costa Rica. You know when you have the flu and living becomes a task you're not even sure you want to accomplish, but then your mom gives you ibuprofen and for the next 5 hours your symptoms diminish and you forget you're sick? Costa Rica was my ibuprofen, the strongest painkiller of all. I became an English teacher. I learned about practicing gratefulness at all moments of the day. I started taking more photos and writing again. Everything around me was alive and natural and green and pure light. I went to Zumba with all the women of the neighborhood, plus Carlos. He would always sweat more than me, and I would wonder if I was doing it right. The Zumba instructor dances like an angel on fire. I wish I could do that. I messed up in front of all my students today. I wonder if they noticed. They tell me how perfect they think I am, but I wonder if they really know. I'm up here teaching them how to use verbs in a sentence, and the whole time they were teaching me. I learned about judgment with this job. I had a student whose every inch of skin was coated in ink, and to be honest, he scared me a little. But at the end of the module, I finally asked him what the tattoos on his fingers said. He smiled and reached out his hands to show me. My eyes read the words, love yourself. So that's what I did. More good days, Costa Rican days. Beaches and puppies and cousins and food and soccer games, and my heart had just never been faced with so much pure joy. In the morning, I would look out the window and wonder how I got so lucky. I would eat my papaya and say good morning to all my chickens named after Grey's Anatomy characters. Richard Weber was my favorite. I read The Secret, life-changing. More good days, more gratefulness, more sunrises. I started taking care of my body and mind and learned to put myself at the top of my to-do list every day. It isn't selfish. I cannot serve the world the way I'm destined to if I'm not at my very best. How can I clean anyone else's eyes with dirty hands? The monkeys would steal my aunt's fruit and she would yell at them, but how is it possible for her to still look like a literal angel while yelling at monkeys? I would look in the mirror and just want to see her and me. One day I'll be just like her. She is the most beautiful butterfly of all. She reminds me so much of my mom, and my mom is the most angelic being I've ever met. Sometimes I wonder if she's even real. Thank you for teaching me that nothing is forever. Treasure the good, don't stress the past. She made life seem so easy. Thank you, universe, or thank you, God. Thank you. I was no longer sick. I really had no use for ibuprofen anymore. So thank you, Costa Rican days. You saved me. Then college. So how do you socialize again? I just want to be surrounded by people who talk about real shit, not sororities and Twitter and on what street that frat party is on that only lets you in if you're skinny and pretty. So thank you, universe, for Ashley and Mary, my sun and moon. We get a cheap box of wine and hit Mary's pen and stay up late in our dorm and talk about aliens and conspiracies and how we're going to change the world. And the light inside of me just kind of says you're welcome, and I smile because I know that they are what I've been waiting for. Lauren started talking to me again too. Lauren Sullivan is my soulmate. Thank you for her. She makes me feel like me. When we're all together, we just water each other and grow. My brother started talking to me again too. Honestly, no one makes me laugh like him. I missed him so much. And he dresses really cool now, so I can borrow his stuff. More books and more classes and more knowledge and more sleepless nights and more friends. and butterflies in my stomach from the music my real life angel shows me. And wow, I love college. This is the time of my life. Everything is happening in my favor, and I'm happy almost every second of the day. How did I get so lucky? I found my old diary the other day and cried for the first time in a while, but not because I was sad. I cried because I am so fucking happy. I wish I could see myself now. I wish I could be there for the girl trapped inside those white walls, wondering why this was happening. I just want her to know how much light is on the other side. I am living proof that there is light on the other side, and it only goes up from here. So where have I been? Yeah, I've been all around, and from an outsider's perspective, I've been living the good life, which I absolutely have, but it just isn't what you think. I've been conditioned into thinking that being happy is a destination, but now I know that it's really just about finding moments of happiness in absolutely everything I do. And it's funny because I know people think I'm weird when I meditate or talk so crazy about positivity and law of attraction and becoming one with myself, but this is my medication. The scars on my skin are a constant reminder of how bad it can get, and I know that this is what saved me. The darkness used to consume me, and now I have never seen clear. I can't ever go back in the hole. I would get messages and comments about how perfect my life was, and I felt like I was lying. Yes, I was in paradise, but really I was just in my head. Today, though, I'm more me than I have ever been. I'm finally learning how to align with my higher self and realize that it's not just something you learn and then have forever. It is a daily process. I'm learning that my thoughts attract the life that I'm living because I am a conscious manifester of my reality. Today, I choose joy. I'm not on cruise control anymore. I'm awake.